So there I was, standing at the counter, waiting to pay for my meal, and this guy walks up to the counter, and he asked the lady behind the till if they had a vegetarian section on their menu. And so she gets the menu, and she's pointing out certain items to this guy that might qualify as vegetarian. Maybe they could whip up a veggie burger for the guy. But I looked over at him, and I noticed that this guy was very thin, very thin. He looked like he would make the cast of a Holocaust movie. He did not look healthy, this guy. And we've all seen those images, of Holocaust victims. They were thin. They you could blow them over with a mild gust of wind. And that's how this guy looked. He did. He was very thin. He did not look healthy. And he was a vegetarian. He demanded a vegetarian diet. And it reminded me of this ad that is on YouTube of Paul McCartney promoting vegetarianism slash veganism. And the ad says that if all slaughterhouses had walls, then everyone would be a vegetarian. Well, listen, I've been trucking for a long time. I have hauled everything that you could possibly imagine, including livestock. I've been in all manner of slaughterhouses, chickens, turkeys, cows, pigs. I've seen it all. I know how they make the sausage. And I've seen the inner workings of these slaughterhouses. I haven't just looked through glass walls at them. I've been in them. I've seen a lot of death, but all the death I've seen has been quick and done very humanely. But Paul McCartney, it's 30 minutes of footage, and they show footage of actual animal abuse in these slaughterhouses. Now I've never seen it, but I would never ever say that it doesn't ever happen. It happens. I've never seen it, but there's footage of it out there, and I've seen that footage, so it happens. But it's rare. It is rare. Trust me, that's rare. And the footage plays on the emotions of people. And yet here I am as a testimony that just because you know what's happening in the slaughterhouses, I am not a vegetarian. I'm just not. I like muscle. I like to have protein in my diet, and I like the taste of meat. It's like the old T-shirt that I saw in the mall many years ago. It said, "There's plenty of room for all of God's creatures," right next to the mashed potatoes. I like to eat meat, and like I said, this guy did not look healthy. And there have been actual cases wherein parents have been charged with child abuse for imposing veganism on their children because the children are dying from this. So that gets to my point, right? Because the advertisement, even the headline, is a logical fallacy. If all slaughterhouses had glass walls, everyone would be a vegetarian. That's not true. I am evidence of that. That's not true. Also, it's a logical fallacy. It's the fallacy of accident, which is the same fallacy that says, um, I saw a black truck, therefore all trucks are black, right? That is the fallacy of accident. Paul McCartney is saying because animal abuse happens in periodically in slaughterhouses, all slaughterhouses are evil. Animal abuse happens all the time, and we should shut them all down. Well, child abuse happens. Child abuse happens. So by Paul McCartney's logic, we should shut down all maternity wards and hospitals and never have children again. If that's the logic, then you have to apply it across the table, across the board. Sexual abuse happens. According to Paul McCartney's logic, we should all stop having sex because sexual abuse happens. Let's shut down the sex. No more sex. Now, come on. This is a play on your emotions, and Paul McCartney should be ashamed of himself for attempting to use this type of sophistry to promote his agenda of veganism slash vegetarianism or whatever it is today. He should be ashamed of himself for doing that. But I'm putting up this video to put you guys on notice. Do not fall for that. Don't fall for that. Even though animal abuse happens, it's rare. These animals, the vast majority of them are killed quickly and they're rendered quickly. So don't fall for that. And just like child abuse happens, we shouldn't shut down. We shouldn't all stop having children. Unless you're Dan Savage, he actually does think that all women should be forced sterilized for 30 years. He is promoting forced abortions for 30 years. Dan Savage is. I mean, come on. What is up with these people? What is up with these people? Children are awesome. Kids are amazing. We shouldn't stop having kids because Dan Savage was abused as a child by his father, and child abuse happens. That doesn't. We should stop child abuse. We shouldn't stop having children. We should stop animal abuse. We shouldn't stop, the business and the industry of growing cattle and pork and ribs and chicken and turkey, and we shouldn't stop that because some goofballs are caught abusing animals. We should charge them and get them out of the business. We don't want that sort of thing in the business. Anyways, you guys get the point, right? You guys get the point? Paul McCartney, you should be ashamed of yourself. My name is Mike Shoesmith. Thanks for watching.